Hello and welcome back again, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another War Commander video. This one is on Scorpion Sting Commander Base number 2. This is an alternate way. I did tell you that I would try to figure out a different way, and I did. I've had this video ready for a while, but something happened to it. I had to re-record it, and it got corrupted, so I had to re-record it. Took me a while to get the um, to be able to re-record it. Anyway, we're going to use Lilith on this, and we're going to use Albert Ross. Yes, we do have to use ground. What I do initially is bring Albert in to sort of bring everybody over there. You want them to be as bunched up as possible. And then when they get over there to the left-hand side, that gives you a little bit of room to make a free run over here, and then I retreat my platoon. This is sort of getting everybody to run around, all the defenders of the base, and sort of confuse them a little bit. It gets them gathered together. I do want them to be gathered together. It'll make it easier for me when I do take them out. And you have to play this uh, by ear because sometimes they're going to be perfect. And when you come back over here like this, they're all going to be bundled up and you can get them in one shot. Sometimes they're not going to be properly bundled up, and you'll have to, go at it again. Ideally, sometimes up in the top left corner, I can hit that one time with Albert Ross and clear the whole thing. Not this time. This time it took me a couple times, but it's okay. We're just going to head up there again and hit. We want to get that turret right there because I don't want to take any damage from that. By the way, if you're thinking, oh yeah, that's no big deal, that's just an Overwatch. The new Overwatch, which I haven't done a check on it to see if that is a new Overwatch, but the new Overwatch will wreck your platoon. It's no joke anymore. The Overwatch used to be a joke. We used to, just pretend it wasn't there. But now the new Overwatch, the max level Overwatch, is a force to be dealt with. It really does a lot of damage, and because it's doing damage on not just one unit, it's going to really mess you up. And I'm pretty sure that the number one base is filled with those new max level Overwatches. So right about now, I do bring out Devon. You don't have to do this. If you don't have Devon in there, you can have a few extra. Um, actually, two extra Cosmortars. So Devon costs me two Cosmortars, but it's okay. I don't mind. Um, I would rather have less Cosmortars. The Cosmortars that I have do fine. They are nerfed. They are not what they used to be, but I don't think having extra Cosmortars really helps that much. It's very important that Devin is over there doing what he's doing, and he can handle those constant infantry all by himself. Now, what I want to do is take care of a couple of these. Um, what do you call them? Buggies that shoot air. Okay, there's a couple of these buggies that shoot air. We want to clear those out, and I want to make sure that there's none in the front here because we're going to bring Lilith in. And there are two um, heavy flak turrets on the ground. One of them on the left-hand side of the two bosses is glitched. You cannot target it. It's broken. I'm sure they did that on purpose. The the one on the right is targetable, and I will kill it. The way that I kill the one on the left is I use Albert Ross, and that's the whole purpose. that I bring Albert Ross in, and that's the only time Albert Ross really takes any damage, and it's super light. It's like a few seconds. Um, so anyway, the um, the little buggies here in the corners, you want to kill those. The tanks that are right in front of the um, the two bosses, that's not a big deal for me. I'm not too worried about that. Um, but I want to bring Albert Ross in, and I will clear those tanks pretty easily. But my main focus here is not those tanks. It's the little turret right there on the left hand side. That turret, believe it or not, will really cause damage to Lilith. Um, if you saw my first video when the event just started, I brought my Lilith in, and I was shocked to see that she was taking damage from that little turret. But that is a max. That is one of the new turrets because the other turrets cannot hurt Lilith. Okay, now that we've taken out that little turret, I'm going to retreat Albert Ross, and then I'm also going to retreat Devin, or my brother Devin. And now I'm just going to come in with Lilith. And if you'll notice, we've got about 8 minutes left. We've got plenty of time. This is a real safe way to do this because once these two bosses are dead, there's really only those trucks that are right there behind the bosses. And those are easy to kill if you use Devin to distract them because they'll get targeted on Devin and won't even worry about you. And then there's just one Overwatch turret in the back. You do not want to get hit by it. So you let your ghosts from your Gravedigger do that job. Yes, this takes a little bit of time with the Lilith, but it takes a long time with um, with the Cosmortars, and you have a chance that if they shoot you, you're going to take some damage. So it's not easy to kill these bosses with anything really. You see how much damage they're taking. Uh, Try to come in from the middle. I've never been hit by any of those turrets in the back. I've done this over and over and over again, and it's always been zero damage on Lilith. Just make sure I target the bosses, the two bosses, the big tanks. I target them so that they're not sitting there shooting the infantry that are coming out. And now I'm going to go ahead and deploy my brother Devin. That brings the last of those little infantry forward. And now I can get rid of Lilith, and we will take care of the rest of the base very quickly. We still have a lot of time left on the base. I left that open so that you could see plenty of time to do it this way. Actually, it might be faster because sometimes it just takes such a long time to kill those two bosses. And I will say this base is easier than the number one base because you can use air, you can use ground, you can use mercs, you can use whatever you want. It's easier. But um, it's also a problem because you cannot end attack. You must do it in one attack, right? You must do it in one attack. So there's that aspect. You see, I can just come right in there and those tanks are targeting Devin. And so or well, actually not Devin, but they're targeting Devin's drones. So I'm good to go. Now I'm going to create something for the Overwatch to shoot. And now I'm going to go back. Now, once the Overwatch shoots something, then it'll take a second. It's got to pause, and now I can shoot the Overwatch. And besides, he should be targeting my blue ghosts. And after this, it's all just a free for all. You can just turn everything on aggressive, and that should clear the base automatically now. And that's the alternate way to do the the Commander 2 base, and I've done this dozens of times. Well, maybe not dozens of times, but over a dozen times, and it works every time. So it's a very safe way to do it. Um, just make sure, you know, you follow what I did. A lot of times there's some nuance in there that I didn't perfectly describe. So just watch what I'm doing and, maybe listen to the video again. You should be able to get this down first or second try if you're really careful. And this should make farming base number 2 much easier. Okay, guys, hope it was helpful. See you next time.